Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Sunday, December 24th, 2017. Today I'm going to show you the last remaining artifact from the old Polo Grounds, specifically a historic staircase. But I want to show you guys how to get there in case you want to check this place out for yourself. So what you would do if you're starting out on Dyckman Street like I was, is you'll jump on the Harlem River Drive heading southbound, which is the way I'm heading right now. You're going to want to stay in the right lane all the way for approximately 2 miles or so because you're going to want to take the 155th Street exit. However, before we get to that, this is actually a 2-for-1 video because on the way we're going to pass another very interesting item I would like to show you. For those of you guys who have seen my videos in the past, you may remember this, but I want to show you a little bit about the Harlem River Drive viaduct that runs from the George Washington Bridge down to the Harlem River Drive itself. And it's right on the way, so I figured we'd just stop there and I'd show it to you. The first bridge we're passing right now is the 181st Street Bridge. As you can see on the right side, they're doing a lot of excavation work, and I'm running over a lot of those steel plates out in the roadway. The second bridge we're coming to right here, this overpass, this is the Cross Bronx, I-95. And the last bridge that's down in the far distance is called High Bridge, which I believe is the oldest bridge in New York City and was originally built to carry water, believe it or not. That's a water supply system. But coming up ahead, I'm going to pull off to the side of the road and I want to show you something. When you're pulling off to the side of the road, always be careful if it's muddy not to stop in the mud, because as I pulled off I could feel the car starting to sink, but luckily there's some blacktop on the left side. I was able to pull up nice and close and regain my footing. Off to the right hand side is the Harlem River Drive viaduct that I want to show you very quickly. As you can see, they have reinforced the underside because it was deemed unsafe and sections of concrete were breaking out and falling through, even on the wall itself. Now, as you look, we are facing southbound on the Harlem River Drive, and on the left-hand side is the traffic coming down from the George Washington Bridge. As you can see, right there, that is High Bridge, historic High Bridge, which is now open. And this is the viaduct itself that I'm talking about. If you remember my videos from a year or two, I drove all the way up there. Now I'm not driving up today because I'm in a rush, and besides it's way too muddy anyhow. I was a little chagrined to see that if you look on the left-hand side, they have erected a brand new fence so that people cannot walk underneath the viaduct anymore. This is the first time since they actually built it that they put up a fence. The original design did have a fence, but it was torn down many, many years ago, and it was really a photogenic place. So if you check out my old videos, you can check them and see those pictures. But now let's head back on the Harlem River Drive and let's go to the historic staircase that I want to show you. I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to have ever seen the Polo Grounds. I myself have never seen them, but I have heard a lot about them. A staircase constructed in the memory of former New York Giants owner John T. Brush is the only piece of the Polo Grounds still standing. And like I said, it was refurbished and reconstructed in 2009. That explains why in all the hundreds and hundreds of times I drove on 155th Street, I was never able to see the staircase, because it was completely overgrown with brush. The city came in, cleared out all the brush, reconstructed it, fixed some of the concrete in the year 2009, and still I did not get to visit it till the year 2017. On the left-hand side, see those projects? That is the exact location of the old Polo Grounds. On the right-hand side coming up is where the staircase is. So what you'll want to do, if it's possible, is park as close to the staircase as you possibly can. I was very lucky today because it's early on a Sunday morning, and I was able to get a spot, as you'll see, nice and close, because the staircase is right there. So yeah, don't park at a fire hydrant either. So here's the spot that's open. I'm going to pull right in here. I'm going to back up, and I'm going to show you a combination of video and still pictures that I took with my digital camera of the last remaining artifact of the Polo Grounds. I am very interested in history, and I sure hope you guys are too. So let's take a look at the staircase right now. Okay guys, we're about to get started on today's adventure. To acclimate you as to where I am right now, here is, behind me, 155th Street, and it leads onto the Harlem River Drive, heading north. Behind me, or over this way rather, is where the old Polo Grounds used to be. Let me just tilt the camera. Those buildings you see behind me are where the old Polo Grounds used to be. And the staircase we're going to visit today is over there. Let's just tilt the camera. We'll be heading over there. And the staircase is right behind me there. And we're going to head up there now. And I'm going to show you a combination of video and screenshots, still pictures that I took, and I'll explain the history of this staircase. Let's go. The base area has in fact been refurbished by the city. As you can see, that sign is new, John T. Brush Stairway, and it's been upgraded, but I really want to get to the metal part of the staircase because that's where the history lies. So we're going to head up there right now. Okay, let's do this. The city did a very good job putting in new concrete at the base. As you can see, walking up or looking to your left and to your right, you will see the outcropping, which is known as Coogan's Bluff. Very photogenic, don't you think? What the city has done, not just in this park, but in quite a few other parks, is they are putting up a lot of benches to try and encourage people to use these parks. Here you can see a little bench with one of those all-purpose checker or chess layouts on them. You'll see these all over parks in New York City. And like I said, it encourages people to use the park. But that sign was not there last time I passed, which was several years ago. There you can see picnic benches for people to use, but unfortunately, we don't get very many sunny days in New York City. This is approaching the metal staircase, which basically is the gem of this whole video. Look at the construction and the way this was made. Look at the supports, the concrete bases with the steel girders emanating from them. This is really something. It's really a triumph of engineering. There happened to be a homeless resident sleeping underneath while I was making this video, so I was very quiet not to disturb him. But there you can see, looking up, how the thing spirals down from Edgecombe Avenue. Definitely, they don't make things like this anymore. Let's go up the stairs and give you guys a better look. As you can see, there's a city resident walking ahead of me. He's heading back up to Edgecombe Avenue. This is the original steel railing. This has not been replaced, but it has been painted and given some treatment with Rust-Oleum. I decided to look down towards the old Polo Grounds to give you guys an idea of what it would look like. It's a fairly steep staircase, but it's nowhere near that really steep one that's in High Bridge Park that I visited last year. This staircase itself, as you can see, overlooks 155th Street. That's 155th Street where I park my car. Look at this. This is original. The John T. Brush Stairway presented by the New York Giants. This is unaltered in any way. This is the jewel. That is the money shot right there. I'm telling you. Back in the day, people would use this staircase as the main way to get to the Polo Grounds, because in 1913 there were very few cars on the road, folks. Let me tell you something. And this was the way to get there. Now on the far side of Edgecombe Avenue, there's some pictures I'm going to show you as we go along. there is a break in the fence where I do believe there was another staircase like this one that led to the Polo Grounds themselves. Now, I cannot prove it, but it's my hypothesis, and my hypothesis only, that there was another equally steep staircase that led down to the Polo Grounds. Now, I'm wondering how many of you guys, if any of you, knew about this staircase or have even ever been on it. If so, please comment in the comment section below, because I'm very interested to find out how many of you, if any, have been on this. As I said, I've passed this so many times and I never knew about it myself. The city has been on a money splurge lately, spending money on upgrading their parks, and I think that's a very good thing. I like to see people using the parks. Sometimes the parks close at night, sometimes they don't. This one says it closes at 11, but that is not always enforced. But you'll notice that there are certain things you cannot do in these parks. For instance, you can't play loud music, you can't drink alcoholic beverages. It's all common sense type of thing. So yeah, I would think that back in the day, with baseball being the national pastime, this stairway got a heavy workout. And it's amazing that the things that they built back in the old days, in the early 1900s, are still around today. I'm telling you, if our craftsmanship today was as good as what they were building back then, man, that would be so great. But as I had said earlier, on the other side of 155th Street, there was a break in the fence. And I did take a walk over there to check it out. This was early on a Sunday morning, as you're wondering why nobody's passing me by. It was approximately, I would say, 10 o'clock on a cloudy December 24th. And I guess people were planning for the holiday or something, or maybe they were just sleeping in late. I had noticed a lack of traffic even on 155th Street there. So let's cross over now while we have a minute, and I'm going to show you what I meant. That is looking southbound on 155th. South is toward Yankee Stadium. That's north going down the hill toward the Harlem River Drive. Now, if you look on the opposite side of the road, you're going to see that I'm standing in a bike path. This was not always there. This has only been constructed about 10 years ago. That's the original railing. The original railing from when the Polo Grounds was up. Now, there's a break in the railing there. Take a look at that. Take a look at that right there. I believe right down there is where the original staircase was. But as I said earlier, everything to do with the Polo Grounds was knocked down and dismantled, with the exception of the original staircase we just came from. Sad but true. But what can you say? Okay guys, right now I'm on top of the staircase. Behind me is the entrance to the staircase going down, and in front of me is Edgecombe Avenue, corner of 158th Street, which I will show you right now. I will spin the camera ever so slowly. All right, Edgecombe Avenue behind me that way. Apartments behind me. All right, Edgecombe Avenue behind me this way. This way is heading north, and that way is going south. So from here, if you were going to Yankee Stadium, you would proceed down this way. All right, heading south, and you'd make a left at the traffic light and head over the bridge, and you'd be over the Yankee Stadium. But let's get back to the Polo Grounds. So back in the old days, people would come from this neighborhood and want to go to the Polo Grounds. And the easiest way to get there, and really basically the only way, was from this staircase right here. So of course they would enter this way and head on down. So there is the entrance to the Polo Grounds on the original staircase that has been preserved all these years. Believe it or not a lot of people know about this staircase. I knew about its existence, but I never knew exactly where it was. And the funny part is, I have been down on 155th thousands of times and passed this place. Can you believe that? Crazy. So anyway, yeah. I hope this video was interesting. I hope you learned something. If you want to come and check it out on your own, now you know how to do it. If you have any place in New York City you would like me to explore and do a video on, comment in the comment section below, and comment what you thought about this video. There's something you guys need to remember. It's very important. I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, bang bang below. I got some time to do some exploration videos for the next month or two. I got a small window if we don't get any more snow, which we are supposed to have tonight. Hit me up and let me know what you want to see. Thank you. Rock on and peace! Yeah!